guys, what's up? It's me, looksbylottie, and welcome to today's video. If this is your first time on my channel, then welcome. I'm so glad to have you guys here today. If this is the second, third, fourth, however many times you've been here, then welcome back. I'm so glad to see you here. A little bit of housekeeping. I hit 100 subscribers. Woo! Thank you guys so much on my first YouTube milestone. It's super exciting. I mean, like, I saw the number and I was like, ah, yeah. But it's kind of a big deal, like, to hit your first 100. And I mean, obviously, you know, the next goal is like 500, 1,000, blah, 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 world domination. So thank you guys for being here. I noticed that I got a couple more subscribers because you guys remember my last video. I'll leave a card for it right here, but I posted a reel about it to Instagram yesterday, July 5th. And not only did Michaela like it and leave a comment, but she reshared it to her Instagram stories. And you know she has like 1 million followers, right? Right. So that video at this point in time right now may have 100,000 views, which is the most I've ever gotten. Like, I think the most I got before then was like maybe 4,000. So if you're here from that, hey, what's up? It's me, Lottie. Today's video is going to be a little different than anything I've done recently. It's the return of Love It or Leave It. Oh yeah, ignore my sunburn. I went to the beach almost a week ago and I don't want to talk about it. The trip was fun, the burn was not. So the concept of Love It or Leave It videos is I'm just going to go over the last month of releases and tell you guys whether I like them or not, and whether or not I would buy them or not buy them, blah, 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 blah. And this time, unlike last time, because I had just moved into my new apartment, I will be doing a makeup look. I'm trying to do like a graphic, you know, oh, I forgot I had that on. Whew. There's been this trend lately where people like draw like kind of squiggly lines on their faces with graphic liner, and so I'm gonna try and attempt that. If I don't talk about the products I use, I will definitely be listing them down below, so have fun with that, friends. But without further ado, let's get into it. So the very last launch of Becca Cosmetics is the High Angel highlighter. Personally, I do love it. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to buy it unless it goes on super sale, but it is a very gorgeous highlighter, and we all know that Becca highlighters are top tier formula. It's a good way for them to kind of end their reign in the makeup community, you know? It's kind of sad to see them go. I think I actually just saw some of their items start to go on sale, so if you are in the market to get some stuff before it goes away forever, get it now, because they'll only be around for like 2 more months. Anastasia Beverly Hills had a launch in June. Their stick highlighters. Now, I don't actually know if this was a preview or not, because I know, spoiler for next month, that they are releasing like a whole line of like cream stick highlighters, bronzers, and blushes in like a cream format. But I think that this is very on brand for them. I do love it. Obviously, I had to try it to kind of give you a final verdict, but the concept is good. Kind of a way for them to get back in the mainstream after, you know, all their disastrous releases over the past like year or so. The highlighter also comes with a brush at the very end, which I think is fine as long as neither the product nor the brush lifts off your makeup underneath, because I've seen that happen and then it's like, so what's the point? Also has a decent shade range for ABH, although has ABH ever released something with a bad shade range? Well, yeah, never mind. Riding on the tails of her mother, Norvina, the sister, child, daughter brand of ABH, launched their Volume 5. Now, I want you to listen to me very carefully because this is a Leave It. It's a very pretty palette, but when I tell you that I hated that formula of the original, I think I had the third one, whichever one was like the orangey one. When I tell you that formula left me so disappointed, I like barely ever used it because the Shadows formula was pretty inconsistent and I could never really get anything to work well for me. That could have been user error, but like, you know, at the same time, make it easy to use. It also looks a lot like the Norvina Volume 4 and the ABH original Norvina palette, which I have, and I actually like it. So personally, it wasn't worth it for me for the price. It seems like ABH and Norvina Cosmetics are trying to get back in the limelight, so I'm interested to see what else they decide to come out with this year. You know I'll be reporting on it. Jaclyn Cosmetics launched their Bougie Rouge collection. This is a whole bunch of fun blushes and also some lip creams. Are you misbehaving? In this question, I'm actually kind of in the middle on this one, The palettes themselves are very cute. I like how there are two, one's more cool toned and one's more warm toned, so you know you have options. They also have like a mix of colors, like it's not just your boring pinks. It's you know, there's some like punchy corals and brights, so I think that that's really great. It's similar enough to the Lunar Beauty palette where I'm like, I don't necessarily need this, but it's different enough to where I'm like, but I kind of want it. But it's also $45. Loose blushes, I don't know if I can get on that trend. Like, they seem pretty, but also that seems pretty messy. Although I will say that I am intrigued by the cream to powder blush stick. If it doesn't take off your makeup underneath, then that would be cool. Also saw Michaela do a video on it this morning and it looked really good, so we know that she's got my money. I will say, when it comes to like the lip cushions, like the lip creams, I actually really hate that kind of formula. I've had that formula from two different brands, Kaja Beauty and Rare Beauty, and I actually decluttered both of them because I didn't feel like they lasted long enough. The color like faded away, the formula, it was just not really for me. All right, while I'm baking, let's talk about BH Cosmetics. The one I love to hate, I guess. Their Pearl for June palette was terrible, as always. There's only one shade in there that can be really considered like pearl, you know? I don't know, like, is the target audience for people who like more natural, neutral makeup with like a little bit of like shimmer? I'm just saying, I know that they're gonna mess up August, but they better not. Otherwise, I'm gonna rip them to shreds. They also did the Give Back Pride shadow palette. And listen, I love the idea of it, but it just gave me a little bit of knockoff James Charles here. More like James Snarls. The palette is $19 and they are giving $10 from each palette sale to the Trevor Project, which is great. We love when brands donate their money. And I actually do like how they have all the colors of like the updated Pride flag. I'll put a picture of it right here if you haven't seen it. It's just, you know, trying to include everybody, which I'm totally fine with. Let's all be inclusive and show love. But like, look at that like celebration shade. Is that not like the face shade in the James Charles palette? I'm just saying they're similar. They also did an expansion in their travel series. They added Puerto Rico, Paris, and Tulum. I don't know how to say that. I'm bad with words. I'm also kind of in the middle on this. The eyeshadow palettes themselves are pretty. Did I cream contour? I could cream contour while doing this. Oh my gosh. The palettes themselves are pretty, but it's nothing that really like makes me say like, wow, you know? Also for me personally, wait, where did that purple come from? I don't know. But the shades for Paris and Puerto Rico, I feel like should be switched. Like for me, like Paris seems more like kind of cool tone, you know, more romantic, while Puerto Rico seems a little more lively and fun and like more warm. But that's just me, you know. Kind of like how we all have colors that associate with different school subjects in school, and we make sure that we have the binders that match. Although we all know that green is science, right? Right? The face palette has decent range, but once again, the ordinary person does not need all those shades in a palette, unless you're sharing it, which is gross. A makeup artist could use that palette, sure, but I don't know. NYX Cosmetics released their Can't Stop, Won't Stop Mattifying powder, and guess who got it? Me! For free from Influencer. I haven't posted my review about it yet on Influencer or Instagram, but I actually really like it. As you can see, I've already hit pan. It works fairly well. If anything, there might be like a little bit of flashback, but that's probably because it's a translucent shade. I really want to see if I can pick up a like more skin colored shade and see how that looks on me. Because despite being pale, I'm not like completely translucent, right? Right? Now, let the record state that Colourpop did not have any launches in the first week of June. It's a historic day. However, the next week, Colourpop surprised and disappointed thousands with the Neon Electric collection, which was a hate it. And I don't say hate a lot on this channel, but I hated it. I did not see one single positive comment on the release page. I got some positive comments like in my DMs or like, oh, well, I like it because blah, 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 blah. I understand why someone would like it because it's neutrals with one pop of neon. And for someone who might be experimenting with different color, like isn't completely used to it yet, that might be what they want. But there are 5 shades and there's only one neon out of all 5 shades. And the neon in the orange palette doesn't even look orange. It looks like, I don't even know what. Colourpop really really need to stop the neutrals, otherwise they will go down in infamy like Morphe. The lip oils that they launched actually look kind of neon, at least the pink and orange ones do, but it's like a lip oil. That's not gonna be like super bold and bright. But that collab was just a huge letdown. The next week they launched a Hello Kitty collaboration, and although it was cute, you have to kind of look a little bit in the lines here. Far away, the shades in those eyeshadow palettes looked really, really good. But if you like took a really close look, there's only one true like color for each palette. Like there's only one true orange, there's only one true yellow, blue, pink. The other matte was kind of like a little off, and then they had the shimmers. However, I will not diss them on the 4-pan idea because I think that those are cute and accessible for those who don't want a lot of eyeshadow. Think about Jenna. I know you're watching. You don't like a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and so you just have like 3. One of them is probably from like 2015. Don't hold on to that. I think those blushes though are like so perfect. Don't come for me, but I think that they're adorable. I haven't tried their lip balm formula, but I mean, it's on trend with like, you know, light, natural, neutral makeup, so go off. And I like the idea of a pineapple lip scrub, but knowing my fatty self, I'll probably eat it because I'm stupid. Side note, did you guys ever eat stupid stuff as a kid? Like kind of gross? Leave it down below. I would tell you what I did, but I think that it's, I don't know, you guys might unsubscribe after I tell you. It's not that bad, and I'm like, okay, but you know. The last collection they came out with was their Cherry Crush collection, which was so cute. It's like giving me Y2K vibes. Unrelated, but it also lines up with the Traverse City Cherry Festival, which, not to brag, but I did win 3rd place in a art contest up there back in like 2005. You are staring at a true artiste. Now don't get me wrong, they have done 9 pans before for red shades, but something about this is like really speaking to me. It's like very cute. I think the gel liner shades that they did for this collection are really perfect. Oh gosh, why did I decide to do a graphic liner tutorial while talking the entire video? I'm stupid. The Cheek Dew serums do look good, but keep in mind if you haven't tried them before, but they're not very pigmented. You might need a little bit more if you want to get like the desired effect, but the colors are very pretty. I think the lip stains are a new formula, so I don't really have an opinion on them, but the color itself is pretty, or are pretty. The colors themselves are pretty. The accessories, I obviously don't need them, but like look how cute they are. They're adorable. So usually I would talk about Glamlite releases because they did have 2 releases this month, but since I did 2 videos on those products, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave a card for my first video, and then I had a card earlier in the video for the second one, so you can go back and check those out to get my opinions. But they were launched, it was a thing, and use code looksbylottie for 15% off. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. And now it's time to talk about the brand that I also love to hate, Morphe. This look isn't gonna be perfect, but neither am I. The first thing they launched were 2 9 pans. The Bronze Metal and Melon Pop Artistry Palette. Colourpop? Come get your crown, girl. Remember last month when I said that Morphe was gonna be the new Colourpop and vice versa? I don't lie. I think that's where we're headed. Honestly, the shades are kind of boring and the concept is overdone. The only thing cool was the pops of green in the melon palette, but either way, yawn. Morphe also came out with the Glow Stunner Hydrated Tinted Moisturizer. At first glance, I thought it said Ghostbuster Tinted Moisturizer, so I don't want to say I love it, but I think that this is good for them. Although I'm surprised that it's not coming from the Morphe 2 line. And like, I know it's a tinted moisturizer, but 15 shades seems a little sus. I'm just mostly playing. It's not that bad of a range. Seems pretty well balanced, if you ask me. I just like to talk smack about Morphe whenever I can. It's my toxic trait. So the next brand I'm going to talk about is KKW Beauty, and surprise, I have something positive to say. Well, it might be more like a backhanded compliment. So for her brand, I think that the camo collection is actually very cute. If you don't know a lot about KKW Beauty, it's pretty much like recycling the same old eyeshadows like year after year and calling it something new. I think the only other color they've like put in their palettes is like a blue, which is a good start, but like who doesn't have a blue eyeshadow? Like the greens and the khakis were kind of like a nice kind of change, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna buy it because I don't think I really need it, but it's a good way to incorporate color for her, so I'm happy for her. Now, unfortunately, in my opinion, I think she went the wrong direction when she announced that she was releasing her lip lacquer pots. First of all, we're still in a panini press right now. The pandemic is not over just because you're over it. It's better if you're vaccinated, but it's still not over. So first of all, messy, unsanitary, and even with it coming with a brush, I'm gonna lose the brush. So I'm still gonna have to use my fingers. Remember when Fenty tried to pull this mess like around April Fool's Day and then it was actually not a joke? We're like, what? This is what it's giving. So leave it behind, Kim. Leave it behind. I want to touch on this briefly, but Lime Crime came out with these shimmering, sun-kissed, glistening, glimmering skin sticks. Sun-kissed, glimmering skin sticks. First of all, I forgot that Lime Crime still made makeup. It honestly just looks like a sticky, gross mess. They're tacky and I hate it. Now, Winky Lux came out with their Fruity Kitty palette, which, now look at that packaging. That's how you do a packaging that matches with your palette. I know, but it's like rainbow overdose because how many other palettes did that like very similar shade range this month? Shade range? Shadow range? Color story. But like, think of the cats that are on the packaging. Think how happy you make them when you buy that palette. I will buy it just to know that the cats are happy, and that's on capitalism. I actually have like never tried a Winky Lux palette, so if you have, let me know how the formula is down below because I actually want to know if it's good before I buy it because I want to use it, you know. Chi Chic Beauty came out with their Cheeky Threesome palette, and I think that these are really cute. It's giving shade range, which we always love. I haven't tried their formula, but I mean, from what I hear, it seems like it's pretty good. And as we know, I'm not like the biggest fan of face palettes, but for some reason these are really speaking to me. Much better than the ABH ones, by far. NYX Cosmetics came out with putty bronzers. I think that a lot of people have been asking for this, and so I'm gonna say that it's a love it. I've tried their putty primer, and I actually think that it's pretty good, and it has a decent shade range, so go them. All right, I'm liking how this is looking, but I'm gonna go over each color and kind of make it stand out a little bit more, so I'll be right back in 1 second. Okay, this has taken way longer than it should have been. I've been working way too long. Let's keep going. We got a new collection from Laura Lee Los Angeles, the Candy Skies collection, and I love it. So before Laura Lee went through her big scandal, I bought the Nudie Patootie palette, and I thought that it was adorable. I also really like the formula too. So like, you know, it wasn't just some like random stupid palette. I think for her, going into color like this isn't like really her usual, but I think that it's good to kind of branch out and try new things. I also like that she collaborated with her niece on this. The like relationship that they have is like so cute. I wish I had that with an aunt. I also like how there's a shimmer for every matte shade almost, kind of like the Glisten Cosmetics pastel palette that came out a little while ago. That was adorable. The only comment is I would like to see how it wears on dark skin because if it's not pigmented, then it's not worth it. I think the glosses look cute. They're good for summer. I think as long as the swatches are good, then I will probably pick this up. Maybe. I have a lot of pastels already. I really don't need more. Fenty Beauty is bringing the heat with the new Gloss Bomb Heat. I did order it today, so I might be talking about it on this channel, but I love it. I think it's good that they're expanding into plumping glosses. I like the original formula a lot, so I'm curious to see how much it changes with the plumping unit thing. I'm also curious to see how plumping it is. There are two different kinds of plumping mechanisms. There is, I don't like these with this look. But there is hot kind of plumping and cool kind of plumping. This is a hot kind of plumping because it has ginger and pepper, I'm pretty sure. But the thing is, when something is warm plumping, those are the ones that usually hurt. Think of Too Faced lip injections, for example. I think maybe at some point I might do a battle of a plumping glosses video. I just think that would be kind of fun. So let me know if you like that. I also do like that it does have a hint of tint to it. I mean, it matches so well. So I'll let you guys know how it goes when I get it. And now real quick, before we talk about anything else, let's talk about the Kylie Cosmetics relaunch. That's kind of how I'm putting it out, because like they kind of took a lot of their items off the shelves or like put them on sale. Couldn't buy anything from the website, and they're literally relaunching all of their products in a new formula, a new vegan formula, which is good and more accessible. I think this is a good step for them, especially with their old lip kits. They were so drying. If you didn't have a gloss, like you're screwed. Like literally all I can wear now is the velvets while being comfortable, and she doesn't have not every one of her lip shades is in like the velvet formula, so can't try a lot of her items. I've tried some of her other products like the highlighter, the blush. Overall, this is a good thing. So congrats, Kylie, for having the money to be able to relaunch your entire brand. I will probably try some of the products in the months to come. Glisten Cosmetics is releasing a cocktail collection of liners, and I think that it is adorbs. I haven't seen a lot of people do liners like that, like the kind of metallic. Like, I know they've been done, but I just haven't seen a lot of them. And so I think it's kind of innovative and also very good for summer. You can do so many fun looks with those. So if I have money, I might pick it up. I'll definitely be using code KITTY for 10% off. Do it. UOMA Beauty is launching High Life face palettes. I thought it was interesting how they were only launching 2, considering that they are a Black-owned brand and are very inclusive. I like that the medium to deep one is pretty deep, but I wonder if that will look good on medium tones, you know, because the other one that's light to medium is kind of light. The highlighters do look very poppin' though. Also, I will be reviewing their new line UOMA by Sharon C, which is supposed to be more cost efficient and also available in Walmart, so it's more available to the widespread masses of people. I'm gonna make an order later today, and so that will be coming soon, I hope. I don't know why I put on a dark lip liner just to put this over it. Maybe it'll add some dimension, I don't know. And on this week's episode of Urban Decay, what are you doing? They launched the Naked 3 mini palette. I just wanna know why. We as a society have gone past the need for more naked palettes. I know that a lot of people really like the, you know, whole natural makeup aesthetic, but like, you basically already put this out. Why are you just making a cheaper one? Maybe that's the appeal because it's cheap? Just like, think of something new. Okay, thanks, bye. All right, y'all, those are all the notes that I had for releases during the month of June. What are your thoughts on everything that launched this past month? Did you pick anything up that you loved or you hated? Go ahead and let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching this entire video. I appreciate every single one of you who comes through and checks me out. Be sure to leave a like and a comment. Make sure you are subscribed and also turn on notifications so that you know when I'm gonna post my next video. Now I need to take some pics in this because she's pretty cute. She's pretty cute. First time kind of doing something kind of big and bold like this, but we'll see what the masses think. Once again, thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!